Jason and Jabari. Jason and Jabari.
What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and we have another war video. I actually don't know what war this is. I think this is like the third, maybe even the fourth war. I can't remember at this point. I got a little behind. But anyway, it will be in the actual title of the video or in the thumbnail as per usual. But anyway, this is a rather unique team that I was asked to bring in. I am bringing in Man-Thing for attack, which I will be using Warlock and Toad. I do like Toad and Warlock. I'm not a Man-Thing type of guy. I literally rank them up for Battlegrounds defense, and I seldomly use them even in Battlegrounds nowadays. But yeah, so we're going to get right into it. This is a longer video. I had a lot of fights, and spoiler alert, I do die a lot. Yeah, we'll talk about why. But anyway, we got this Ascended Masacre on Path 9 Hazard Shift. Basically, I just want to hit into his block a lot to build up the prowess. I say this intentionally because there is an instance where I tried to do this and it backfired. So I would encourage the people that can parry on the nodes safely. I would encourage them to try and do that. I had to learn the hard way. But yeah, at least now I won't make those same mistakes again, hopefully, moving forward. But since it works so well here, that's why I continue to do it. But anyway, it's a pretty straightforward fight. I basically only want to hit him in the poison mode because obviously Toad is poison immune. And we want to chill out on the incinerate part. Since he is skilled, when he does shrug the poisons, he does get the passive ones on him. Next up, we have an Ascended Bullseye, yeah, this is not going to be great. So I was told to use Toad here. Obviously hit into him during the poison phase, only spam special ones, no power backs, all that stuff, because we didn't want the indestructible to get out of control. But I was trying to hit into his block and he got super aggressive there, and yeah, it happened really fast, even though it's not happening as fast. But you didn't want to get cornered, and of course I get cornered because he didn't back off, and I was trying to hit into his block, and now I'm hitting into him during the incinerate phase, and then I panic and hit into him during the auto evade. So I took a little break after that. It wasn't great. I should have stayed more poised. I should have parried to not even get myself in that situation. But I did not do those things, and I paid the price. Learning mistakes were made, but you know, you live and you learn, and we're not done with mistakes. So I go back in after, of course, talking with my officers, talking it through. You always want to do that. You never want to just rage go in. I've never done that ever since I did it back in the past. Ever since then, I've always talked and asked my officers in any alliance, even if it did go terribly again, and got the okay to go back in. So this is going much better, but I am taking a significant amount of block damage. Bullseye just hits so stupid, man. I mean, he has so much unavoidable damage. But ultimately, we're doing better, so that's what matters. I'm backing off when I needed to. This is sped up because this is a long war, by the way. But we do end up getting him down. If you want to take notes on that, definitely parry. Hit into his block only when it's feasible to do so, and take your time with it, man. Take your time with it. That would be the takeaway that I would suggest. Next up, we have a Bishman here. We're going to take him with Warlock power backs. We're just going to cycle special twos. Nothing fancy here going on. Just a standard Warlock fight, you want to parry a bunch, build up your infection. I would not heavy with Warlock because you will take damage back. But hey, you guys do what you want. But yeah, other than that, you build up to the special 2, toss it off with the power backs. You should basically cycle back to another special 2. I didn't even want him to get to a bar of power. I think I managed this fight relatively well. If I remember correctly, yeah, he just goes down. He's being nuked here, and then I intercept with a special 2. Yeah, super simple fight, very simple. That was the only fight I had with Warlock. And on this one, we're going to be using Toad against Agent Venom. We actually are not going to parry here. That's something that we did talk about, that Taters talked to me about doing. And my officer, Crustum and Lizer, you know, they're very, very helpful. But I did ask not to parry here because it's AV, and it was like, yeah, obviously we don't parry against AV until we can build up enough of the prowess to shut them down. So I'm going to utilize the tactic that I utilized with the Masacre and try to hit into the block. Also, I want to shout out IP. IP is a very, very knowledgeable, very good player. And he suggested a light whiff in the air to force the AI to block. Not that it actually works all the time anymore, but I did do that a lot when I was trying to learn Valkyrie. So I am kind of comfortable with doing that, and I definitely utilize doing that. Now we're just going to bait out a couple of the special 2s, I believe. And that's going to be GG's. I am pounding into his block as much as I possibly can when I get the opportunity to do so. But yeah, this fight's very much under control. He's going down, and yeah, down he goes. So the next fight we have actually is an Ascended Super Skrull here. And this is another hazard shift. So I got loaded up on the fights, which I did appreciate. But yeah, so we're gonna basically once again hit into the poison phase. This was a bit of a longer fight, very, very slow. There's a lot going on with Super Skrull. We did light whiff, if you guys can see it. I know it's sped up, but we did light whiff to get him to block. You don't want him to power gain too much. It's okay to bait out some of his special 2s, but mainly you want to stick to special 1s. I'm very comfortable with the special 1s, but normally I dex them, and that's a nasty habit in this meta if they are tactic, because you're giving them indestructibles when you dex and you're taking away your prowess. So I'm trying to retrain my mind not to do that. The first couple of times it doesn't work. I just dex it instinctually, but later on towards the end of the fight, I get a little bit better at it. Also, another thing that you want to watch out for with Super Skrull is the falter. It doesn't matter if you actually hit him or just hit his block, it'll go away. Or you could use that for willpower healing if you're really low. So it's up to you. But yeah, so during the hazard shift incinerate, I'm hitting into his block because you wouldn't get the incinerate on you. So that's another note for people who don't take hazard shift very often. If you hit the block, you will not get whatever the hazard is on you. So I'm utilizing that phase to hit into his block to keep my prowess up. And yeah, just maintaining his power is the biggie here. Again, I know it's a slower fight. I use my striker intentionally there, time it, but somehow I still get whacked. I thought I had a little bit more time, but I think I hit in more than once because of the falter. But this time I had to dex because he's unblockable. This dude has so many different buffs going on. It's a lot to keep track of. But then we finish him off with a huge special 2. And that was a stressful fight, but we did get it down successfully, and we're on to our last fight, which is this rank 3 Killmonger on the node 49, polka dot power and stunning reflection, and we're going to be using Man Thing. I did watch IP's fight on it, and I tried to execute as best as I could. I immediately go for hitting into the block. And here's the thing, you cannot parry here. You cannot parry here, otherwise the stunning reflection will get you. So we had to start with a power start 1, right? Here I'm baiting out his heavy so I can heavy, put the armor breaks on in the poison. So now during the poison phase, when he gets poisoned, initially that puts the stunning reflection on cooldown, and that allows you to parry while you have that window. So now I'm just going to spam special 2s. I don't know how to play Man Thing, so I heavied there because I saw IP do it. that's literally what I had to go off of. I saw IP do it, and I was just like, well, when I bait out a heavy from him, I'm gonna heavy. Like, that's like what I had in my mind. So I did it there, and so far things are going okay, right? So far things are going fine. They look fine. They're like, Jay, what are you talking about? How are you going to die here? Well, I'm going to die here because I allow my prowess to fall off. You see that? I double dex there. I have no more prowess. I immediately throw my special 2, but now we're trying to get caught up, and we're not catching up. So yeah, now we can't parry. I parried because I was trying to get the indestructible off, but of course now the cooldown timer was up, so I didn't realize that. And yeah, now he has 3. Now he has 3 indestructibles, and things are going south really fast. He's down to 34%, and I'm like, oh, I'm at 40%. So I'm like trying to get him to hold block real quick so I can throw mine, but he constantly is throwing his special 2s. He's pushing me back. Now I'm degenning. I have to hit him. Now he throws a special 1. Guess what? I can't hit his block. So this fight can get out of control very fast. And again, stunning reflection is up. What do you want me to do? I can't hit his block. I can't parry. Oh man, this is such a fun fight, let me tell you. And then now we're degenning. We're down to 7%. I had to hit him, and yeah, I just throw a special 2. I mean, we're in desperation mode. It's just nothing I can do there, and then we just go down. Now, I did talk for a very long while about this fight, and I got the okay to go back in. I wasn't even tilted. I was fine. But I do have to reboost back up. That's always fun, but that's no big deal, right? That's just some units gone. But everything that could have potentially go wrong in this fight is about to go wrong. Everything. Here we go. Input drop. I get caught on the dash back right there, and then I swipe back, but it registers as a parry. I'm degenning. So we're off to a beautiful start, off to a fantastic start, right? I'm trying to get everything back under control, as you can see, but we're hitting into the block, finally get some prowess up. Then I'm able to throw off a special 2, but we only have 1 prowess. I dex out of his special 1. Don't know why, but now we're going back to the corner game. Okay, cool. I hit his block, forgetting that he had thrown a special 1. Throw the special 2 into his block, thinking that I was about to make contact, but I didn't. We take some more degen damage for good measure. Yeah, we're doing fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. And then yeah, he has 4 of those things that I just fought desperately to get off, and we just tick out. We just tick out. That made me on full tilt, and I took like almost an hour. As you see, I only have 6 minutes left on that 30%. Those last for an hour, so that took a lot of time for me to go back in. And ultimately, Taters told me right before I went back in and got the clear to take off parry, because it will still register as a parry, but it won't parry, so stunning reflection will not count. And you guys see me now taking off parry, and that's also going to by proxy take off dexterity, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So you see me removing all of that to go back in. He's like, look, you go ahead and smash this, you're good. Once I calmed all the way down, because I flat out told him, like, dude, I can't go back in because I'm too mad, I'm too upset. And I will say that because I don't want to let the team down. And when I do let the team down, I'm not going to put us in a further disadvantage if I can help it. So yeah, it's better to reboost again, guys, than to do something silly and then just constantly give your team less and less of a chance to win the victory. But anyway, this time it goes a lot better. I wasn't accustomed to not having on Dex, so I did get a little caught there, but ultimately it's fine. He's almost down. We're parrying away, and you see we're getting the prowess, which was the major problem in the first place. So I think moving forward, this will be the play, or we're just going to go with Sorcerer Supreme. But either way, yeah, that's my war. Fortunately, I did not cost a team. I'm very, very happy that we did win. I did apologize for my mistakes. I definitely am learning from them as we go along. This was very early on in the tactic, and hopefully we'll continue to improve for sure. But shout out to the team. We are undefeated right now so far. I will catch back up on the next war videos. Like and subscribe. Let me know how you guys are liking the season or disliking the season, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.